Yeah. Better days, I pray for better days. Working hard cause I want extra pay. Talk to them seeds, but you must demonstrate. Cause it's your ways that they gon' imitate. Non-violent. Sometimes I wish I would've went to college. Frown proudly. Cause where I'm from, they hate you when you smiling. Your faith should be your gun. You can't leave home without it. The children being grown, cause all the parents acting childish. You show them your reality, I bet they doubt it. You tell them all about your dreams, that's when they out it. Your own blood. Ain't no family no more. They do you badly for show. You try to patch up your soul, Lord knows you on a mission to show him you so submissive. The prayer said in silence, you know the devil can hear him, pay attention. Know the war's within, how much time do you spend? Try to balance your zen, then again, losses is lessons. You tell me you trying to win, we know about saving money. You tell me you trying to spend that blood on it. Sweat, tears, you put that love on it. Your best years was just a dumb moment. You tired of going hungry, can't deal with fake making your life lonely. Your lack of faith that left your soul boning. But you gon' work and you gon' strive, do what it takes to survive. What is truth, what is a lie? You know that war's inside. Some get draped into the fake, they don't know what to decide. Wrong choice, meet your demise, keep that between you and I. You realize, some people you gon' let go, you visualize. The things you need to feed your soul is on the rise. They not gon' wanna let you go, but it's alright. It's cool to bury what's gon' grow. Went from wrong to the right and to the dark to the light. It was a hell of a fight. You give it all your might. Gotta hold on tight and you stay strong and precise. You fight the war that's inside, cause it might change your life. From wrong to the right and to the dark from the light. It was a hell of a fight. You give it all your might. You just hold on tight and you stay strong and precise. You fight the war that's inside, cause it might change your life. I ain't the person that I used to be. So what I do today ain't things that you used to see. Stay the same, no, things change usually. Some folk I may know might get reintroduced to me. Yeah, I ain't the person that I used to be. So what I do today ain't things that you used to see. Stay the same, no, things change usually. Some folk I may know might get reintroduced to me.
Don't be stressing on the dumb shit, cause God is gonna make a way. Just keep going and keep your faith, so you can win this race. This race called life, yeah, yeah. This race called life. This race called life, yeah, yeah. Race called life. Yeah, 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 yeah. Grinding 'cause I know that I'm gon' get it. I just gotta have vision. Keep faith and be humble. Have some patience with it. I've been there once since day one, and always on my job. I never been a fake, never had to steal and rob. Cause I do good business, I'm too good with it. And even though I'm on this road, I'm still daddy to my children. You know I do good with them, and don't like being missing. But I hate when my bills are thicker and my pockets get thinner. But I can't stress up on the dumb shit, cause God is gonna make a way. I keep going and keep my faith in my place, so I can win this race. Win this race called life. This race called life. I'm just trying to win this race called life. This race called life. This race called life, yeah. Race called life. I'm just trying to win this race called life, yeah, yeah, yeah. I keep on running in this race called life, yeah. I'm just trying to win this race called life. This race called life. Girl, I just gotta win this race called life. This race called life. Just gotta win this race called life.
And it looks like we only have Pandemus, the African atheist, up here right now. Himmy was up here. He must have fell off or restarting his computer or something. But Peace Titan family, welcome to the war room. The debate is over. The crowd has roared. The arguments have landed. But now we slow it down, zoom it in, and go blow by blow through the battle that just shook the arena. This is where the heat turns up into analysis, where claims get checked, strategies get exposed, and the warriors themselves step forward to explain what really happened under the lights. No crowd noise to hide behind, no time limits, no escape from the tough questions. Tonight, we're talking directly to the minds who stepped into the fire, breaking down their toughest, strongest moments. Hold on, we got Himmy to the stage. All right, let me get him up here. Breaking down their strongest moments, their toughest exchanges, and the arguments they wish they had one more minute to deliver. This isn't the debate. This is the war room where the smoke clears, the truth gets dissected, and we talk to the debaters. Let's get to it. So introduce yourselves, gentlemen. Let them know who you are in case they don't know. But I'm pretty sure everybody saw what happened. We'll start from the bottom of the map this time. We got Himmy on the bottom. Down there, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yeah. From the bottom of the map, south side, H-Town. You feel me? Big Hemi, 713. You already know what's going on. What's happening?
Let's go, Pan.
Yeah, you already know what it is. 123 Pan in the building. Wild as the Taliban, keeping it chilling. You feel me?
Let's go, man. Y'all know what we came to do. So we'll start with, I just started with him. We're gonna go back and forth. Pan, how do you feel about tonight?
Honestly, it was first and foremost, I always said that Hemi was a better debater than me, right? I always said that, and I knew it was gonna be tough as far as that was concerned. I knew when he chose this topic, because of the level of difficulty of this topic, that he wasn't about to come playing. So he came pretty serious with it. I do not feel like he did prove the case, though. I think it was relatively straightforward and easy from my side. And shit, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I appreciate it, Hemi. Thanks.
Let's go. The same question to you, Himmy. How do you feel about your performance tonight?
I actually think I dealt with the resolution. I didn't just appeal to what people believe and what the norm is. He didn't defend atheism at all. All he kept doing was talking about science. He didn't defend atheism at all. He just kept talking about what science does, what science doesn't do, and then say, "Well, uh, that's how atheism aligns with science or is consistent." Barely touched on philosophy, and then just attacked Christianity. That's what I addressed in my slides. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about it.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
You got to give us control of your mute mic, your mute button.
No, my dog was doing something. I thought he was chewing on the wall. I took the headphones off to look around the corner. Okay, next question. Sorry about that, gentlemen. Let's get to it. Himmy, we'll go back to you with this one. Did the debate go the way you expected it to?
Yes, I literally didn't have to do much like improvisational rebutting because he did what was already in my slides, like in his rounds. So I would say, yeah, it went directly how I thought it was gonna go.
Peace to random info. Peace to blessed be in the chat. I know you two watch the debate. Don't be scared to hit that link and come up and ask some questions or, give a comment about what you saw tonight. Let me go ahead and make sure that link is in the chat for you two ladies. We got the Quiet Storm music in the background. Come up here and talk to us, ladies. Next question. Oh, same question for you, Pan. That question was, did the debate go the way you expected it to?
Well, I noticed your voice changed when you started talking to the ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for him to say that it went the way he expected it to is crazy. Because if you go back and really look, he said mad stuff, like I said, in his slides that I wasn't really saying. Specifically in his last few slides where he was like, yeah, my opponent was saying this, that, and the third, and I wasn't saying none of that. So it's crazy. And then, like I said, in the beginning, it's crazy for him to say it went the way he went, it went the way he thought it would, because he's saying that the first thing he said was claims about sufficient evidence are philosophical claims and not scientific ones, which is already, it was a contradictory statement in itself. And I'm not sure where he got it from. I see the little notch next to it, like it was a Chat GPT thing. I'm gonna let him live on that. But yeah, no, I can't front. I knew he was gonna come with something I wasn't going to expect, and he did that. So I'll give him that with the slow jam music. Yeah.
Yeah. Why you niggas love trying to put chat? I clearly quoted the SCP and IEP.
Okay, first of all, I was just joking. But what I was saying was, on that slide, it's your slide. When you said science itself, it says key point. Science itself does not define. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Right.
It's a little notch right there next to it. I don't know where you got that from. Where'd you get it from? I was just joking about it. No, that didn't come from SCP.
Yes, it did. I outlined that in my. Go watch it again. I outlined that in the beginning.
I'm looking at the slide right now. I'm literally looking at the slide right now. It's got a little square next to it.
What does it say?
It says keep personal. Can I share my screen on this? No, because I can't turn it around.
Just read it.
It says key point. Science itself does not. It was your first or second slide. Science itself does not define justification or sufficiency of evidence. Those are philosophical questions.
Hey. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not muted. My dog. Go ahead.
I thought we got in trouble. Like, we can't say sufficient evidence. What's going on?
No, y'all can't. My bad. My dog over here messing with my people.
But yeah, no, I didn't even want to get hung up on it. I was really just joking about that. It don't even matter. I was just saying, But yeah, I do think you shot yourself in the foot with that very slide, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like for you to say that this went exactly the way you want, and then you gave me the things that you gave me. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I don't think you understood my argument. I don't think because clearly you think that I handed you something that I didn't.
No, I understood you. Go ahead.
So, no, I'm asking you, what was my argument? Like, break down my argument. Like, because I want when you keep saying that. Go ahead.
Kill me. Hold on a second. I'm about to read it to you. So you said science, philosophy, Christianity, were all compatible or whatever the word was, consistent, right? And you said they explicitly address how knowledge functions, what its limits are, and what justification requires, right? Now, you said by its own academic definition, atheism doesn't do any of these things. First of all, it doesn't purport to, right? And you're right. However, that's just one point, though, because it does when dealing with a scientific question, it does in any question, it does outline a justification that is required to answer that question. So that right there, you was wrong in that. And so the other thing, as far as it explicitly addressing like metaphysical and supernatural claims, yeah, it's not gonna do that. But it lines up with science on every other thing. Like every other thing.
But I
including the
addressed
statement.
that.
Go ahead.
But that's my point. I addressed it. So you just said it. So you said my point is Christianity, philosophy, and science all deal with epistemology, meaning they all deal with how we know, what justifies as knowledge, and all of that. Right? They just deal with it on different levels, but they're consistent in what is limited where. Right? That's the consistency. That's what I laid out. That's my argument.
No, I
Atheism
know, but
doesn't deal with that.
what you don't
Hey,
realize
listen.
is, okay, so go ahead.
Let me finish. Atheism would deal with that, as you just said, because it just borrows from what philosophy and science already says. Atheism doesn't ground anything. It doesn't have an epistemic framework. It just if philosophy says this, then atheism goes with it. If science says this, atheism goes with it. That's not consistency. That's borrowing. That's what I laid out throughout
That's
my.
not, but see, that's not true at all. Like what you just said,
Okay.
that's not true. What happens is atheism reserves judgment until we see a result. That is consistent across the board, right? In every question in life is consistent across the board. You do the same thing too. You don't bring your Christianity into whether or not you about to go to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that. You bring your reliability on trusted scientific findings that Advil is going to help your back pain. You feel me? Like it's what you're trying. First of all, you said that atheism is a metaphysical thing, though, right? And it deals with metaphysical, right? So if you can say that, then you also understand that it takes the same scientific approach too. If you could jump all the way to atheism is a metaphysical claim, then you also understand that we do have justification for everything across the board, and it's not a metaphysical claim.
It doesn't, because atheism doesn't. Listen, that's what I'm trying to tell you. If you go to the definition of atheism, it doesn't deal with all knowledge. It deals with the atheism specifically has to do with the rejection or lack of belief in God. Period. It don't have anything to do with other forms of knowledge. That's the reason you're an atheist is because you lack belief in God. That's it. Everything else you rely on science and philosophy for.
Right.
And so atheism. That's my point. Atheism is not a worldview, as you would say. So how can it be consistent with worldviews that have frameworks? It does. It's not,
because
your only position in atheism is lack of belief in God.
The answer to your question is it's more consistent than Christianity, because your belief is not only foundational and core, it is the front. Y'all start off with the belief that the Lord is the basis of all knowledge. And so it don't matter what the question is. Jesus is the answer. You showed the verse. I didn't even pull that verse.
I know, but that's not. But how does that say? What is that inconsistent? Philosophy doesn't say where it says that there's a first cause, right?
Oh my goodness, bro.
Listen, don't say, "Oh my goodness." Philosophy says there's a first cause, and
you asked me how it's inconsistent, I was about to answer you.
Well, maybe my question is a little long-winded for you, so I'll accept it. But I was saying that philosophy clearly says that there's a first cause, and science doesn't deal with it at all. It doesn't deal with where knowledge comes from.
Some philosophies say there's a first cause, and not the dominant philosophies. None of the dominant philosophies say that there's a first cause. So that's what I'm saying. You be trying to play semantics with words, bro. I know what you mean. It is. None of the dominant philosophies, the studies across the board, none of the dominant, preeminent, consensus philosophies say anything similar to what you said. Talking about it's a first cause. So none of them.
Does science deal with where reason? Listen, does science deal with where reason, logic, morality, any of that comes from? No. Philosophy does, right? And then what does the Bible say about where reason, logic, and all that? It says it comes from God. That is consistent.
It's not.
You're saying
consistent.
It's not.
It's starting with an answer, because it's starting with an answer.
That's because it's on a different. Listen, I understand that, Pan, but I'm saying that's because it's on a different level. Just science is at the bottom, right? Because science doesn't even deal with it only deals with what's natural, what can be empirically proven, right? So it doesn't even deal with metaphysics, but it understands that logic, reason, deal with it. Philosophy does, but it doesn't. But philosophy also doesn't tell you where logic, reason, and all that stuff comes from. Christianity does. So they all deal with the same knowledge systems. How we know what we know is just that Christianity says that it starts with God. Yes.
Listen, you approaching it wrong, bro. The thing is, there's a question on the table. Listen, no, for real. You need to, you and whoever was judging this need to make sure you pay attention to this. You looking at it wrong. If there's a question on the table, how do the different things approach it? That's how we looking at this, bro. And consistently across the board, atheists is going to deal with any question the same way a philosopher and a scientist is going to deal with. The Christian,
because they lack belief in God. No, they don't.
Slow down. Yes, they do, because we always reserve judgment until the end on every question.
Lack belief.
No, we reserve judgment. Listen, I showed you in the definition that I put on the screen during my debate.
The definition of atheism is lack of belief.
I showed you. Can you stop for a second? Because what I showed you in the debate, that atheism is polysemous. It has multiple definitions. The definition, that's the philosophical definition, because I knew what you was dealing with, is that it is a lack of belief in God, and we reserve our judgment until we have proof. That's what I showed in the debate. You wasn't paying attention. You had your slides already ready.
How do you justify what's proof?
Ready. Hold on. You had your slides already. Hold on. You had your slides already ready, and you wasn't paying attention. That's why you didn't see that. That's the problem right here. We've already talked about this.
How do you justify what's proof? Atheism doesn't tell you what proof is or not.
It has to be falsified.
Right, so you run to science. That's not atheism. So you run to science. That's not atheism.
Okay, let me ask you this. Okay. Since you want to play that game, when you put the suffix ism on a word, what's that, son?
What? So you believe
no.
Just
answer the question. Nope. Just answer the question.
I'm trying to understand your question.
Answer the question. What is when you put ism at the end of something? What do that mean?
I don't know. Back when I used to do that, that used to be when I used to send them. Nah, just stop playing. Let me stop playing. Nah, but yeah, you saying atheism is what?
I didn't say nothing. I asked you a question.
I know, but I'm answering your question.
I know what you're doing, but I asked you a question. And we're going to stick right with the question. When you add ISM at the end of something, what do that mean?
I don't know. What do it mean?
It means the study of.
The study of atheists, right?
Ain't that what that means?
Okay, so what is an atheist?
Is that what that means?
Okay, so what is an atheist?
Is that what that means, bro?
Yeah. So what is an atheist?
Boom. So now, when you're dealing with atheists and scientists, right? You're dealing with somebody.
They're not the same.
They're not the same. No, they're not the same. No, they're not the same. But stay focused. Because when approaching a question, they approach the question the same.
No, they don't. Atheists only deal with that one the lack of belief in. That's what I'm telling you.
You realize you're talking to atheists? Do you realize you're talking to atheists?
What I'm telling you is that when you're studying,
do you realize that I'm telling you that I approach it the same?
Pan.
Wait, no, you're telling me.
When you're studying,
bro.
When you're studying evolution, listen. When you're studying evolution, when you're studying chemistry, when you're studying biology, right? That is science, not atheism. Atheism only. That's not atheism. That's science.
You're dealing with me when you're talking to me. I'm telling you how I approach things as an atheist. And I'm telling you that every atheist that I've ever talked to in the world approaches things the same way. What's cap?
You cap because Sid, Haru. They don't. Y'all do not approach things all the same way, and they all.
No, I didn't say. No, I didn't. What I said was we all approach things by reserving judgment until we have evidence that is true.
No, they don't. They rely on. They use scientism. You know them niggas use scientism.
Y'all be trying to make that shit up. Scientism is some bullshit, bro. Y'all just trying to make that shit up. That is nothing. That is nothing.
Okay,
That's a nothing word.
So when you study, when you study biology, right? When you study DNA, right? Are you practicing atheism?
You don't practice atheism.
Dude, are you being are you does you being an atheist come into does you being an atheist matter when you're dealing with DNA? Yes or no?
DNA?
Yes.
If the question, yes.
No, it does. See, you're capping. No, the hell it doesn't. You being an atheist
let me tell you why. Why are you saying that? Let me tell you why. This is what you misunderstanding the whole world at this moment. I just showed you a paper, one paper. I could have showed you 100. Promise you, I could have showed you 100 papers that have been rejected because somebody tried to sneak in some goddamn supernatural language, like the creator.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about.
No, you're not listening. You keep trying to change the subject.
Oh no, I'm not. I asked you.
Oh my God, bro!
It was my question. So how am I changing the subject?
Because I'm answering your question and you're not listening.
And you said something about sneaking in God. I'm not talking.
I'm telling you the answer.
Don't have nothing to do with God.
I'm telling you the answer, and you're not listening. Do you want to say DNA don't got nothing to do with God again? Keep saying it. I'm gonna keep telling you not listening. Say it again.
I still have questions as well, gentlemen.
So my answer to your question is,
I got like 7 minutes left.
My answer to your question is, just like I showed you in a debate where they rejected supernatural claims in scientific papers, right? Because there's a zero tolerance for that. So the same way what you was trying to put on me, you can't bring your Christianity in there either.
I didn't ask you about nothing supernatural though.
No, I'm talking about what you was just saying, bro.
I'm saying if you go to a lab today, you're trying to
ask a million questions and you're not listening to the answer. The DNA situation is just like the hand of God. The hand of God situation. Listen, the hand of God. The hand of God situation in the paper that got rejected was them trying to say that it showed that there was a creator, just like the DNA was trying to be the Christ people was trying to say that DNA showed the sign of a creator.
You don't see what you're doing. I said I'm talking about if you go. I'm saying if you show it, bro. I know you want to cut me off, but it don't show it. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying if you working forensics, right, and you have to go to a crime scene. Listen to what I'm saying.
Why we can't never stay on the topic, bro? Why you keep bouncing around? This is the
topic because I'm talking about DNA. Listen, you keep up. If you work in forensics and
you don't even know what I just said.
Listen to I do know what you're saying. You said, why are we going to forensics? You can't stay on the topic.
No, you don't know what I just said. That's why you're trying to ask me this forensics shit again.
No, because you keep talking about God when I'm talking about DNA. This is what I'm saying.
Trying to tell you that the reason I said that is because originally Christian Science was trying to say that DNA was the sign of God. That's not what
why are you talking about what somebody else said? Deal with what I'm saying.
I'm trying to answer your question, bro. Can you listen?
How about you?
Can you listen? Can you listen?
No, because you're not dealing with what I'm saying.
Can you listen?
How about you deal with what I'm saying? I'm saying this.
Go ahead, talk. Go ahead, talk.
I'm saying this. A forensic scientist, whether he's atheist or Christian, when they go to a bloody crime scene, whether they're atheist or Christian don't matter when they have to collect DNA. That's my point.
First of all, this is what I'm saying. I made that point 15 minutes ago. This is what I'm saying.
No, you didn't. You said something about the hand of God. Why did you bring up the hand of God? Please stop talking. Now, I stopped talking for you to say that. Please stop talking. This is your problem. I just a minute ago say, just like you trying to put that on atheism, you can't bring your Christianity in there neither. I just said I'm not. I just said it don't matter whether Christian.
No, stop, bro. Stop, bro. Stop, bro. Stop, bro.
You said that.
Stop, bro. Goddamn, stop, bro. Can you stop, bro? Can you stop, bro? I just said what you just said 15 minutes ago.
No, you did not. You went on into
this is on camera. This is on camera.
Talking about the hand of God.
A1. Give me a time limit, bro. Just give me some time.
I asked you when you're studying DNA, when you're dealing with DNA, does your atheism come into play? That was my question. That was my initial question to you.
Okay, can I answer you?
Start saying,
go ahead. You let me know when I can talk. Go ahead.
Go ahead, bro. Hey.
Okay. First and foremost, I said that atheists and Christians leave all of that shit outside when it comes to science. I'm the one that made the slides that said that. It was me an hour ago in the slides that said that. What I was bringing up to you was I was trying to remind you that you didn't have to ask that question if you was paying attention. That I showed a paper that was rejected because they tried to bring in the creator discussion, right? And it was rejected because they tried to say that the hand was showing the sign of a creator. And you have to leave that out.
Point.
Slow down. It was my point. It was my slide. I made that slide an hour ago.
What's my point?
It was my point.
You're proving my point. Now tell me what my point is.
No, it was my point.
I'm saying, what is my point? What is my point? What is my point? What is the point?
Your question was about DNA. And don't we leave our atheism and Christianity out of it? And I said yes. And I gave you an explanation about how I showed you an hour ago. And you started screaming because you're not listening.
No. Now what? Listen to what I'm saying. My point was because you kept trying to say that when you practice science, my position as an atheist, that's how I'm consistent with science. No, you're not. You're
that's
doing
not what
science
I said at all. That's not even close to what I said. What I said was we approach every question the same way that scientists approach questions.
No, you approach science. Yes, listen. When I'm doing science,
because you showed the verse that said the Lord is the beginning of knowledge.
Oh my
God! That's not what we do. We don't do that.
When I'm doing science, I'm doing science. That's not Christianity. Just like when you're doing science, you're doing science, right? So you can't say, that's why atheism is consistent with science because
you don't understand that I showed you that in a slide already. I showed that slide earlier. I said you have to leave your Christianity out. You have to. Only way you can bring it in is if you don't deal with it literally. Atheism already don't have. Atheism don't already. It already stop. Atheism already don't have a God concept to bring in. Christianity got to do an extra step by leaving one out.
You're still not listening.
You didn't even hear you didn't hear what I just said. You did not hear what I just said.
You said atheism doesn't deal with it. Christianity always have one built in. But I'm telling you,
that's not what I said. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
You know that is what you
That's not what I said.
You did. What did you just say, Penn?
What I said was, when dealing with any question, atheists approach things the same way as scientists. Christianity has to go one step further by leaving a God out. Atheism starts off at the same base as scientists do. We don't have the God concept. You have to take the extra step of taking a God out.
No, I don't.
I made that point in the debate.
No, I don't have to take. You're making that up. My point is this: when you're doing science, that has nothing to do with your atheism.
You showed me a slide that said, "Lord is all knowledge." You showed the slide.
Right now. Why are you not dealing with what I'm saying right now? When you were in biology class, right? That had nothing to do with your atheism. You were just doing science. When I'm in biology class, I'm doing science that has nothing to do with my Christianity. So you can't use that to say this is why atheism is consistent with science because
you don't understand my point. You don't understand why I'm saying
your point is that your atheism. Your point has been that atheism is consistent with science because atheists do science.
Sir, no, that's not at all what I said, and this is what I'm saying.
So what? So
that's
how
not
is it
at all what I
consistent?
just said.
So
that's
tell
not
me how
at
it's consistent.
all what I said.
So tell me how it's consistent without
that's
saying
not
we do
what
science.
I said, and you don't understand what I'm saying because you're not listening.
How it's consistent without saying we do science. Go.
Okay. Pay attention. Really pay attention. Okay. When you go into a science room to do science, you have to ignore the verse that you showed me that said the Lord is all knowledge. You have to do that. You have to do that because in that class, they about to teach you something that's going to contradict the water to wine. So you have to suspend the belief in the book. We as atheists go into every situation approaching it the same way as a scientist though, with no God concept at all. You still got to suspend belief and be conflicted within your conversation. And you might slip some bullshit in the paper.
You keep avoiding the question.
You don't know what you're asking. You don't even know what you're asking at this point.
How do I not know what I'm asking? Listen to what I'm saying. I'm asking you, how is atheism consistent with science other than you saying atheists practice science?
I didn't say that. I said this is what I'm saying. and you keep saying that shit. Hey, A1, are you there? Let me just make sure A1 is here real quick.
I'm here.
I need to say something to you. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Atheists approach every question the same way that scientists do. Every question across the board.
Science. That's what I keep saying.
Did you hear what I just said?
You keep saying you do science.
Wait, hold on, Hemi. I was asking A1 something. Did you hear what I said?
I heard what you said. He didn't say he does science.
That is him saying he does.
Okay,
He said we approach. He said we approach every. He's saying we approach every question the way scientists does. When you're doing science, that's how you're supposed to do science.
It has nothing to do with doing science. The words doing science and nowhere in that shit.
Doing science. If I'm a Christian,
let
and when I'm doing science,
man. Just let A1 ask his question. You just fucking around right now.
When I'm doing science, I have to approach science the same way as science is.
Okay, so it's doing science buying some gum from the store. It's doing science washing a car. It's doing science fucking flushing a toilet. No, goddammit, it's not all science. You're just trying to say that shit because you lost this debate, and I'm sorry for you, bro. I mean, I was trying to say thank you. I thought you really wanted me to have this, bro. You acting like you didn't want me to have it.
You haven't said one time. All you keep saying is, "Oh, science."
Go ahead, say it again. Say it wrong again.
This is what you keep saying. Science doesn't deal with the metaphysical. So every question that about the world, atheists approach it the same way. No, you don't, because you have a lack of belief. Science doesn't deal with belief.
No, science doesn't approach things with belief, and neither do atheists.
Yes, you have a lack. That's not a neutral position.
Yeah, there's no belief there at all. Man, do you know what's happening right now? Are you listening?
This is crazy.
Hey, well, what questions you got? I'm done with this. I'm done with this.
I'm done too, because I just pulled up to my location. But good debate.
I appreciate you giving it to me, man. That's what's up.
This is crazy. But all right, y'all. Appreciate you, A1, for the opportunity to debate over here.
I do have a couple more questions, but I know you said you only had a couple minutes. I was letting y'all get it in.
Yeah,
my bad.
We'll answer via text.
No worries. I can hit Pan with a few more questions. I'll just do like 3 more and close out.
Nah, we got to go for another 2 hours, bro. Let's go.
Okay. What do you think your strongest argument or moment was?
I don't know if you want to give him, since he's still up here, you want to give him the last word?
Want to answer that question and then close out, or you're welcome to stick around. You already know.
No, I thought he was still up here. I thought I'd seen his icon and shit. Pretty much explaining the atheist position is there's no goal in atheism. You know what I'm saying? There's a goal in Christianity, and it's an implicit bias that they can't really. Well, I'm not gonna say they can't really, but the one thing that I was expecting him to do that he didn't do was bring up the. Hold on one second. Was bring up the scientific discoveries by believers, right? That's one thing that they always like to bring up. Like, oh, well, without believers, you wouldn't have this, that, and third. But even they had to, you know what I'm saying, just lay their beliefs to the side in order to eventually get to the answers that we got to, change the world. So I think those, you know what I'm saying, that was probably my biggest point was just explaining what atheism really was and was not. And the screenshot and his actual flaws in his presentation. That's always a good one.
You funny. Okay, what's the next one? Did your opponent surprise you with anything new or unexpected tonight?
I'm not gonna say surprise. I knew to expect something that I wasn't going to necessarily expect. Let me say that. Right. So the way that he approached that debate right there wasn't necessarily exactly how I would have planned it. So I wouldn't say surprised me or shocked me or nothing, because I was expecting it to not be expecting something. You feel me? So I was on the defensive for that already. And he, you know what I'm saying? He came with the breakdown, trying to say, show how it was consistent, but it really ain't. It really ain't. Just like with that little breakdown right there, he not really. It's just the way that believers take it. Certain believers take in information and bring it back out through the certain bias that they have. You know what I'm saying? And then try and put bias on us. Like, bro, we purposely don't have none. Like, waiting for the end, and that's the whole point. My bad, I'm rambling. Go ahead.
No, you good. You good. Y'all was so loud, I forgot it was music in the background. Y'all was going back and forth for a little bit. That's funny. Next one. How did you prepare for this topic compared to your past debates?
Well, okay, so this topic, I already sort of know this topic. You know what I'm saying? So it's not really so much how I prepare for it. It was the lack of time that I actually had to prepare for it. I just wasn't. I had a whole lot of life stuff going on, and so I had to cram and rush to get this one done. If anybody's paying attention, this is probably the least amount of slides that I ever had in any debate. Yeah, man, my little video joints wasn't working. I was hoping that the sound was gonna work on those, but that's cool. That's why I stopped using it.
I know that video with the preacher that be like, God! He already had me a copyright strike on Facebook, and I don't even think it was playing his audio.
Oh, what in that? Oh, well, it wasn't playing the audio, so it's good that it didn't play that. So that's what's up.
They blocked my video in 211 regions.
Damn. That's all right. It was all over in Saudi Arabia and places like that.
You should. But yeah. Let's get to the next one. Next question. What message do you want to leave with the viewers after this clash?
That Super Pan Man is the man, and he is indeed wilder than the Taliban. I don't know. People be trying to put a lot on atheism and at the same time take away from it. It's like, bro, atheism ain't really even a position. It's just an answer to a question. You know what I'm saying? And once you do that, you ever see that bat math meme where it's like they take away Superman's away the sun. You know what I'm saying? But you take away this bat suit, he's still a ninja or whatever. Like, so that's how I be trying to go. Like, man, you take away all my little strong points, I'm still coming with something.
Definitely. Was there a moment you felt like you had full control of the discussion?
Honestly, like I said from the beginning, when I don't know how people are gonna view this, but you know what I mean, he sort of killed himself in the beginning with contradicting himself with the science. Science doesn't give justification, and then conversely saying that it does, but then it's a justification that fits with Christianity. It was just a lot of flip flopping. So once I seen that in the beginning, that's why I started screenshotting it, because it's like, honestly, it was gonna be a little easier than I thought. As far as I was concerned, again, you never know what judges are.
And thought it was easy, huh? Light work?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, the strongest point, man, is that atheism approaches every question in the same way that scientists and philosophy approach every question, without no bias, no foundation, and nothing. And we just about to go on what the evidence takes it, where the evidence takes it.
Let's go. What was the toughest point you think your opponent made tonight?
The toughest point that he made?
Mm-hmm.
He knew to try to get me on what I'm gonna call big words. I be making jokes all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't do big words and stuff and no stuff. But I be knowing stuff. I be smart. You know what I mean? I be got brains. I got my education. So when he tried to bring up, like, name one epistemic thing or epistemology, just use, he kept using that word. We've had conversations and jokes before about using big words, like, so he's trying to do that, but he overlooked the fact that I actually did have several slides dealing with it. Again, showing that he wasn't really paying attention. That's what I'm saying. When he said I didn't, he had it already written in his slides that I didn't have a justification in the framework for what would be considered sufficient evidence, when I absolutely did in multiple slides. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's the other thing. Him and his presuppositions. Where you at? You can't hear me. Him and his presuppositions. He presuppositioned that I was going that I wasn't going to be able to show a framework when I absolutely did. Specifically, the falsification, the necessity for falsification, and how the scientific method works.
Okay. Looking back, is there anything you would have done differently?
Again, time. I wish I would have had more time to prepare for this. I like my presentations a little bit more polished than this. That's really it. There's probably a couple other things I could have said in there, but I think I actually responded to things especially since he went first. I think I responded to the things that he was saying, and was still able to get off some of my own points. So I usually like to overload with information. I really didn't count how many points I made. I need to go back. I'd be trying to, I used to come from a boxing background, so overwhelming punches.
Okay. Next question. Do you think the judges or audience will side with you, and why?
Yes, primarily because I'm awesome. Secondarily, I think I did a pretty good debate. My cat represented well. That's really my cat in there, Bubble. She been aching to get in the ring. I got her a chance to get in there and get off a couple scratches. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? I think everything worked out. Yeah, big up the cat Barry. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, big up the cat Barian. She get a bomb too. You see Himmy over there about to give her take all 9 of her lives with 1 strike. That's what he came to do tonight, and we gonna wait for the judges' results to see what happened.
When you think about that?
Think about what?
I mean, when you think that's gonna happen?
The judges will have it tomorrow, so pretty soon.
Awesome.
In a couple days.
Wait, hold on.
Man, my dad's judging this debate, so he'd be taking his time, but I think I can get him to move fast on this one. He told me if I do it on the Friday or Saturday, he could watch it on a Sunday. So
all right, big up A1 Prime.
Shout out Pops, man. Hopefully we have it by Monday, or at least he's finishing it up and gets it to us by Tuesday. So that's my goal. Next question. You came in swinging. Do you think you landed the knockout punch you were looking for tonight?
Yeah. I don't think he realized he was knocked out. So he was walking around doing the chicken dance for a minute, but yeah. We was back in the dressing room. He was still in the ring.
Hey. Where the AK-47 shots at for that one? So, you know what? Let me give you some sound effects on that one. Next one. I already asked you. No, I didn't ask you this one. If you had to grade your own performance, what's your score?
Hey, I just typed it in the chat. Hey.
Bless B says you did well, Pan. Shout out Bless B.
I think it did.
Shout out you Mecca. Yeah, if you had to grade your own performance, what score would you give yourself?
Oh, that was the score. Hey.
Okay. I get it. I'm a little slow sometimes. I get it now. Should your opponent even get a rematch?
All right, I'm gonna tell you, knee jerk. Any opponent, usually I would say no. I respect him as a debater, so I probably would with him. If I win, But in general, usually I would say no. I can't tell you that.
Even if
But
you
me and him got
lose,
history.
you could ask for a rematch. Even if you lose, you can still the same question applies.
Yeah, no. First of all, I don't even understand what you just said right there. But
Yeah, that part.
I was speaking Chinese for a minute. I don't know. Did we break up? Anyway,
Let's start there. All right, let's get to the next one. Did this debate challenge or strengthen your personal perspective?
Challenge or strength? One of those two? Or you just asking?
One of those two.
I would say strengthen my own perspective on approaching things in the same way, like I said, the way atheists would, you know what I'm saying? Or the way scientists would. That's what we do. He kept saying borrowing from and not providing, but it's not that. It's just that is the tried and true method as opposed to relying on the book. You know what I'm saying? And when another method comes along, the world is going to go along with that. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go. Let's get it. How important is it to you to represent your side with accuracy and respect?
Well, you know, my brother, the Pan Man likes to stay honest and moral all the time. I always got to, well, first and foremost, because everybody knows, you know what I'm saying, I'm a Garveyite, you know what I'm saying, we know some education, uplifting the race business, and we got to lead by example, you know what I'm saying? We can't do, right, you know, we can't behave in a way where it's immoral and then expect to ask people to link up and try and build. Like, you see, we ain't got to get into it, but we have to lead by example. That's what we got to say. Damn shit.
Hey, a few more questions and we'll be out of here. I won't take up too much of your time tonight. I know you are usually a few hours into your slumber by now. Any final words for your opponent? Even though he dropped down, he may watch this later before the night ends.
Yeah, you lucky you left, man. You lucky. You ran, bruh. Nah, not for real. Like I said, Lord Hemmington is the man. Yeah, I'm saying. So it was good that we got a chance to finally get it in. We've been going back and forth for a while. And shit, we'll see what the judges say.
Hey. And last question. Do you feel like you dominated tonight or just survived?
Oh, yeah. Domination all the way. All the way. Easy work.
You heard it here first, folks, at the Coliseum of Arguments, presented by Titans Debate League. We are on our sister page today, so make sure you double check to see if you are subscribed. You don't want to miss anything. Make sure you hit that bell so you get a notification every time we go live. Smash that thumbs up so you tweak the algorithm for us. And before we get out of here and let Pan do his closing remarks, we'll go to a word from our sponsors.
Let's pause the noise for a second, because if you're still here right now, you're already different. Not everyone gets this. Not everyone understands real debate, real scholarship, real intellectual smoke. But you do. This is Coliseum of Arguments. This is Titans Debate League. And what happens here doesn't survive on algorithms. It survives on the people who believe in it. When you support through Cash App, you're not just donating. You're fueling the arena. You're the reason we can bring in high-level guests. You're the reason we keep unbiased judges. You're the reason these debates stay sharp, fair, and uncompromised. This platform is built by thinkers, sustained by supporters, protected by the ones who know value when they see it. If this show has ever sharpened your mind, has ever entertained you, or has ever challenged what you thought you knew, then Cash App is how you say, keep this going. Not everyone contributes, but the ones who do, they're part of what makes this real. Coliseum of Arguments, Titans Debate League, powered by the people who get it.
My heart is bleeding in a pool of blood, I'm drowning. Yeah, my heart is bleeding in a pool of blood, I'm drowning. I look in the mirror now.
Yes. And closing remarks, Pan?
Nothing. Salute to the panel. Salute to all the people that watch. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the judges. And salute to my opponent. You know what I'm saying? Big Hemerson.
That's all. That's it.
That's it. That's all.
That's it. That's all.
Have a nice day.
Okay. I thought you had that's it. That's short, man.
Well, 15 minutes ago.
Okay. Well, I'll do my little thing then. Titan family, we appreciate everybody who showed up tonight. And just like that, the smoke settles. Tonight, we didn't just hear arguments. We watched strategy, conviction, and pressure collide in real time. Some points landed heavy, some moments shifted the room, and some questions still echoing. That's what the war room is about. Not the noise, not the cheering, but the why behind every move, every claim, every counter. Respect to both debaters for stepping into the fire, and respect to you for staying locked in for the breakdown, because real conversations don't end when the timer stops. They start when we think about what was said. Until the next battle, the next clash of ideas, the next trip back into the arena, this has been the War Room, where the debate ends and the analysis begins. Peace to everybody, and remember my motto: treat your smile like your money and never let them steal it. We're going to end with the song by Connie's son, Tight, called Family. You can check him out on Spotify. I usually listen to him on Spotify. You can check him out on all platforms, though. Hit him up on Facebook and tell him A1 sent you. Y'all have a good night.
Family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family. We might have the same last name, but that don't make you my family. I got some people with the same blood, and I know that they can't stand me. I got some people I call that ain't kin, that's gonna pull up and handle it. They take care of that business like family. We come from them trenches like family. They talking, you listen, that's family. They don't tell your business, that's family. They calling your phone, coming looking for you. They say that you missing, that's family. They don't need permission, that's family. When you hurt, they can feel it, that's family. Let them come while you're cheering, that's family. Let them come when you living, that's family. Family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family. Hey, ain't nobody fighting around here. Ain't nobody shooting around here. Everybody that's around here, family. All love, no hate, be clear. No shade, all love, be real. You love them, you should know how it feel. Tired of all these badass kids. Tired of paying all these bills. Family going through the same thing, so they know exactly how you feel. They supply a shoulder I can cry. I provide a place where they can heal. Leave my money out, they don't steal. Let them have it if it's for a bill. Soldier for me when they in the field. Only way I live. Family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family. We might have the same last name, but that don't make you my family. I got some people with the same blood, and I know that they can't stand me. I got some people I call that ain't kin, that's gonna pull up and handle it. They take care of that business like family. We come from them trenches like family. Family all around me.